thought I would talk about something because I picked this up. I ordered this off Amazon and got it. It's this. See this? Berserk. The greatest manga ever created. This is the deluxe edition. Yeah. Most mangas are a lot smaller than this, but this is the deluxe. This is the front, but in America, and this is the back, as you see. But in America, when you look at books, we look at it, this would be considered the front, and this would be considered the back. But in Japan, because everything's read from right to left, because the reason that is, because back in the day when they wrote everything on scrolls, you rolled them out this way, like that. So you would read from right over here, right to the left. That's why their manga, their books and everything are written the opposite way that we look at things. Yeah. And I'm just going to show you what this looks like so you get an idea of how gorgeous this is. This is some of the illustrations in here. See that? Look at this thing. This is gorgeous. It's beautiful. This is what he did. He drew shit like this. Look at that. You can see it. Look how beautiful that looks. That artwork is gorgeous. Yeah, this is just the first in a bunch of them. And last year he unfortunately passed away, but look at that. Look at this. How gorgeous that looks. This is why this is the greatest manga of all time. You can get this off of Amazon. It's available. They're not cheap getting this deluxe edition, but it's worth it. I haven't started reading. I used to read this a long time ago, and I almost ended up, I never told I rarely tell anybody this story, but I was working at a video store here where I live, and I happened to go out and I found this, and I met someone who turns out she was from Japan, and she was looking for the same thing, Berserk. And she said it was her favorite manga of all time. Yep. Never told anybody at my work about her. Didn't tell my family. Kept it, because I wasn't, wasn't that I was ashamed. It was, I didn't want anything ruining what happened. But then I lost my job and everything went downhill. But I always remembered that this is what, we almost got together. So I always wanted to get my hands on all of these. I'm going to eventually have them all. But this manga, if you want to read a manga, this is one to start with. And then there's others like Claymore is another really good one. Probably as far as like the most modern stuff, I'd probably recommend Jujutsu Kaisen, which ironically the anime follows really closely. A lot of the manga isn't very good, like the anime. Like, as much as people love Dragon Ball Z, that stuff is cheaply made. Yeah, but this, greatest manga ever created. Without a doubt. If you're wanting to read something from Japan, look at that. This is what, it's all in black and white, but it's beautiful. Look at that. The detail of the illustration and everything. From Kentaro. Fortunately, he passed away last, I think it was May. And of an aorta dissection, which means he got a tear in one of his arteries in his heart, and he bled to death. And that was because in Japan, a lot of these artists who work on these mangas tend to work themselves almost into the grave. And, their health is not very good. But by then, Kentaro had a team that was helping him work on this But yeah, this was his life's work. He was a prodigy. But yeah, I wanted to talk about, yeah, this real quick. The greatest manga you could ever get your hands on. Yeah, you can find this on Amazon. It's worth getting. It was published through Dark Horse Comics, it looks like. See the, right there. Whoops. See that? Yep. And so yeah, and this is the thing that lets you know. I keep forgetting where the camera is. See? Tells you it's a deluxe edition. See? And look at that. That. Yep. So, for anybody looking for a manga to read, this is the one I highly, highly recommend. I've read the whole thing before. I just wanted to start getting my hands on this stuff like I am with Lord of the Rings again. But, yeah, this is worth getting. Couldn't recommend it anymore. This is like the best, the greatest manga ever created. Has the greatest protagonist in manga, and it has, ironically, one of the greatest villains. Oh, and I forgot there's another one called Monster. Is another good manga. The anime is actually really good too. But yeah, this is the greatest of all time. Nothing will ever top Berserk here. You see that cover? Look at that. Yeah. I think this is leather. I could be wrong. But yeah, this is the I'm not used to doing this, so yeah. Greatest manga of all time. And there's his name right there. Kentaro. Yep, Kentaro's like created this is just the first one and a whole lot of them. So yeah, I recommend getting this. If you want to read a manga, worth getting, worth reading, enjoying, this is it. I mean, you could always also read One Punch Man. I don't tend to like Black Clover because it's not that good. And I think My Hero Academia, the fact I'm not liking where that's going and everything. But yeah, Berserk is the animes have not been as good, but the manga is without a doubt the greatest thing ever created. Kentaro, sad to know that he passed away, but I would never recommend anything, number one manga of all time. Number one. There is also Claymore. The anime sucks, but the damn manga is good. But this, greatest manga of all time. If you have a chance, get this. You can get the paperback edition if you don't want this hardback. But because it is more pricey to get that than get the paperback. But yeah, it's worth getting. So I just wanted to do that real quick. And you guys have a great day.